Good evening. Tonight we're going to cover pre-employment background screening checks. Slide 1. So here's some federal laws on background checks. There's a Fair Credit Report Act of 1970 mandates how the employers get the information and how they use it. Must be fair, accurate, and protected. Slide 2. These are the laws of the state of Virginia that I picked because it's where I'm currently employed, and it will follow into the job description that I chose at the end of the slideshow. But in employment background checks, there's an Executive Order 41 enacted in 2015 which states employees cannot ask about prior criminal convictions or arrests, nor can they ask about prior marijuana arrests. In regards to social media, they can't ask for a username or password to check a candidate's social media pages, Instagram, Facebook, etc. And they cannot ask to be put on future candidate contact lists. Slide 3, recommendations about conducting background checks. I honestly think that they need to be done all the time. I want to know who I'm hiring if I'm a hiring manager, and it gets into other things like negligent hiring in the next slide. So my recommendation is anyone dealing with children, money, law, sensitive information, and any type of responsibility. There should be a background check. I personally like a company to give me a background check. Just it makes me feel like I made it through. I have a clean slate with them. So these are the things that people should think about when they consider doing the wrong thing. Slide 4. Negligent hiring. What is it? It's a claim that can be made against an employer when an employee causes harm to others, and the employer should have known of the individual's potential to cause harm but did not take steps to mitigate the risk. So for example, if an employee gets assaulted by a coworker, the victim can file a negligent hiring claim against the company if it's found out that the company did not do appropriate background checks on this person that assaulted them, and the employee's past shows a history of assault. The company can get sued. Slide 5, legal risks in conducting background checks. If the background check does not comply with federal, state, or other regulations, there's fines and settlements and lawsuits that can go against the company. And then slide 6 is pick the correct background check providers. That's where the company is going to get in these legal issues because they're reporting information not allowed in your jurisdiction. They're conducting illegal drug screening procedures that contaminate the samples. Outdated template forms are not, conducting due diligence and looking at the federal and state, websites to pull down the latest documents. One and done background checks. Just because you get hired doesn't mean that that's it. I can get in trouble, with domestic abuse or driving at a high rate of speed or getting a DUI. Those are all things that, people or the company needs to continue to monitor. And an inability to filter results based on company background check policy. So it's a conflicting issue with the company to, uh, in their policy, it states other reasons why the company can't check the background check. And then on to slide 7. So the job listing background check I chose is Air Methods. That's a company that just hired me. And I had to go through a background check, which checked my criminal, educational, traffic violations, and also federal aviation administrative infractions. So if I was trying to cover up any helicopter crashes, and this is a helicopter position. I also had to do a drug screening, and then a physical by an FAA rated doctor, and I also had to do a fit test, a physical assessment to where I had to lift, a certain amount of weights, turn my waist, and push some machines across the floor for the fit test. Thank you for your time.